HQN Books and HarlequinAudio present Stronger Than You Know by Lori Foster, performed by John Lane. Chapter 1. Even before Kennedy Brooks's Uber driver turned the corner to where she lived, her skin prickled with alarm. It was well past midnight, a fact that couldn't be helped. She should have been home at dinner time. One delay after another had obliterated her schedule to the point she had to rebook her flight. After hours spent sitting in the airport, exhaustion pulled at her. She wanted nothing more than to collapse in her bed with her own sturdy locks in place. When the scent of smoke infiltrated the closed windows of the car, her heart beat harder. She had a terrible feeling that there'd be no rest for her tonight, maybe not even in the foreseeable future. "What do you suppose happened?" her driver asked, pointing to the strobe of red lights that pierced the dark night. "Fire," she breathed, and not just any fire, but in the apartment building where she lived. Fire trucks, police, and EMTs were everywhere. Neighbors she recognized clung together, many wrapped in blankets to ward off the cool Colorado evening air. Crowds of curious onlookers also lined the street, having left their own buildings to gawk. Lifting a shaking hand to cover her mouth, Kennedy took in the enormous blaze that engulfed the entire building, including the floor where she would have been sleeping. The driver couldn't get close, and she didn't want him to. "Stop here." He glanced at her in the rearview mirror. "Hey, you okay? Is that your building?" "Yes." She swallowed heavily. What to do? What to do? Because she'd learned caution the hard way, Kennedy pulled additional money from her wallet. "Wait here, please." The young man eyed the cash, glanced back at the fire, and finally took the bills. For how long? "I just need to make a call." She hesitated again. "I'm going to stand directly in front of your car in the beam of the headlights." She needed privacy for the call, but she didn't want to be alone in the dark. "Leave them on, okay?" "Sure." Knowing she couldn't delay any longer, Kennedy hooked her purse strap over her shoulder and neck to keep it secure, dug out her phone, and stepped from the car. It was an uncommonly cool September night, yet she felt flushed with heat, as if she could feel those flames touching her skin. There was only one person she knew who might be able to deal with the present situation. It was fortunate she had his number programmed into her phone, because her trembling hands refused to cooperate. As the phone rang, she kept constant vigilance on her surroundings. She could almost swear someone watched her, yet when she glanced back at the driver, she couldn't see him for the glare of the lights in her eyes. "Hello?" Reyes McKenzie's sleep-deep voice caused her to jump, and not for the first time. He was 6 feet 4 inches of hewn strength, thick bones, and confident attitude, a man with a big sculpted body thanks to the gym he owned, and his voice reflected that, bringing an instant visual to mind. Pretty sure he had other interests as well, which would explain the edge of danger that always emanated from him. Just what she needed right now. Clutching the phone, hoping he'd be receptive, she whispered, "Hey, it's Kennedy." Sharpened awareness obliterated his groggy tone. "What's wrong?" Yes, Reyes was definitely the right person for her to call. Never mind that he had a wealth of secrets. For some inexplicable reason, she trusted him. Mostly, anyway. Tonight she had little choice in the matter. "Reyes, I need you." She could hear him moving as he said, "I can be out the door in 2 minutes. Fill me in." God bless the man. He didn't hesitate to come to her rescue. Before anything more happened, Kennedy gave him her address, something she hadn't wanted to share before now. Life had a way of upending plans, and hers had just been sucked into a treacherous whirlwind. "I'm not actually in the apartment building, though. I'm at the corner behind a line of emergency vehicles with an Uber driver. I don't know how long he'll let me hang out, though." "Are you hurt?" That no-nonsense question held a note of urgency. "No." "Not yet." "Could I explain everything once you're here? I'm afraid it's not safe." She felt horribly exposed. "Forget the Uber driver, okay?" The sound of a door closing, then jogging steps came through the line. "Get close to a firefighter or an EMT. Stay there. It'll only take me 15 minutes if I really push it." Nodding, Kennedy looked up the street. The officials all seemed so far away, and there was a lot of dark space between here and there. I don't think I can." "Shit." A truck door slammed. "I'm on my way, babe, okay? Get back in the car with the Uber guy and drive around in congested areas. Don't go anyplace deserted and don't sit in one spot. Tell me you understand, Kennedy." "I understand." "Circle back in 15. I'll be waiting." Yes, that sounded like a more viable plan. "Thank you, Reyes." "Keep your eyes open."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?